So you're considering moving out here to the Ohio area, and you're also considering Dayton. And you're wondering, hey, I'm coming from California. Why are people moving from Cali to go over here to Dayton, Ohio? Well, in this video, we've come up with the top information that you'll need to know why people are leaving and why they're coming here. And you'll want to stick around to the end because we're going to recap all the reasons that people have been picking the Gem City. So stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here in Dayton, Ohio. This is your first time to our channel. We do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about our area. Now, as a military veteran of 14 years and now a military spouse, I've moved so many places. And every time I move somewhere, there was always such a lack of information of where to move to and what to anticipate. That's why I created this channel for you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click that little bell so that you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Now, honestly, we get tons of phone calls and emails and texts each and every day from people moving to this area that got some questions and need some help, and well, we absolutely love it. So if you are coming to our area, you got some questions and need some help, again, give us a call, text, email, heck, shoot us a little paper airplane, find us on social media, whatever you gotta do, we got your back when moving here to the Dayton area. All right, so let's talk about it. Why are people moving from California to the Gem City here in Dayton, Ohio? Well, first let's kind of chat about why people are leaving California. Now, I don't have these numbers memorized, so you're gonna see my eyes shooting up. Sorry, breaking the fourth wall here. This is why people are coming here. Here's the stats for you. First of all, the housing cost on average over there, right now are $648,760, the last numbers that I pulled in 2020. Whew, that's pretty darn expensive. The living cost and the overall index, where 100 is the average across the continental United States, it sits at 163.9. That's crazy. That's crazy cost. Now, honestly, I actually used to live out in California, over just north of Sacramento when I was in the military over at Beale Air Force Base. I loved California, but it was expensive. And as we did the research for this video, I can contest to these. I was just lucky that I was just stationed out there and didn't actually purchase a house at that time, because these things right here, as a California resident, are pretty darn expensive. Let's talk about them. Here's that thing that you know and love. It's gonna go taxes. Yeah, let's talk about California's taxes. They're among the highest in the country and rising. I mean, from my home state of New York, it still is beating them out. It's kind of crazy. You have a state income tax, which is about 1%. You've got your personal income tax, and I'm just gonna give you some of the stats for that. You got 6% if you make anywhere between 31 to 44,000 a year. You got 9.3% if you're making 56 to 286,000 per year, and it goes up from there. Your sales tax in that state is about 7.5, which, for a metro area is pretty common. You've also got personal and real estate taxes that are on top of that, and they also charge you inheritance and estate tax. And estate tax is when somebody dies, and I guess they called it the death tax for a while. Yeah, whew. And regardless of where you ever stand on the line, left, right, up, down, whatever, the politics are driving people out of California, just from whatever I've heard there. So no matter where you stand. Okay, so why are people coming to Dayton? Well, let's talk about the big reason why people come is because of the housing affordability. Now, the national average is $217,500 to purchase a single-family home. When you look at moving to Dayton and the surrounding areas of Dayton, your median home price is $206,000. Yeah, on the median, right? That's pretty awesome. It's a high of 922,000 and a low of about 11,000. So if you're looking to invest, maybe come in to flip a property or get your buy and hold strategy on, Dayton's a great area to invest. If you do have questions, again, reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you out. A lot of people on this team are investors themselves. Okay, what I want to also talk about is the cost of living in the Dayton area. We're going to talk about that index like we had before, and know that the index 100 being the average across. So if it's below or above, we'll determine that based off of its percentage above the national average, right? 100 makes it easy. Oh, math. All right. We've got goods and services, which is 103 on the index, which is 3% above the national average. If you take something like a men's haircut in the Dayton area costs you about $18, depending on where you go. The national average for that's about $17.49. For groceries here we have Kroger, Meijer are the big ones that we have out here. It's sitting at about a 94 on our index, which is 6% below the national average. We'll take something that's true and dear to my heart, which is a 6-pack of beer. If we're purchasing that in the Dayton area, it's going to cost you somewhere around $8.99 per 6-pack, right? The national average is sitting somewhere between around, we'll say, $9.23. Look at healthcare. Healthcare is 85 on the index, which means it's 15% below our national average. If you take something like a doctor's visit, going to the doctor in the Dayton area will cost you somewhere around $79 per visit. Now, the national average is about $115.25. Moving on to housing. Housing sits at a 95 on the index, which is 5% below the national average. The national average for a single-family home is $217,500, and if you compare that to the 206 or 206,000, that is 5% below the national average. Now, transportation sits at 104, which is 4% above the national average. If you take something like tire balancing in the Dayton area is going to cost you about $50.32 per visit. Now, the national average sits around $48.90. As we look at utilities is 91 on the index, which means it's 9% below the national average, which for something like a all-electric home is going to cost you somewhere around $144.86 per month to heat and cool your house. Now, the national average sits at about $167.60. Interesting thing about Dayton, Ohio, and really Ohio altogether, once you move up towards the northeastern part of the United States. I'm originally from New York, so I'm used to this, but not all homes have cooling. They don't have central air. In my other real estate market that we have in the panhandle of Florida, yeah, you need cooling there all the time. So almost every single house has that. But here, it doesn't get that hot. So there are some places that you may look at that doesn't have an AC unit. How crazy is that, right? Well, any case, if you do have heating and cooling, that's what your all-electric home looks like. Anyway, if we look at our overall index for the Dayton area, it sits at about 97, which is 3% below the national average overall. It's hard to beat that, especially against a 163.9. Okay, so let's talk about taxes. Taxes aren't overly that awesome, at least in the Dayton area and Montgomery County, but they're still better than old Cali are. So let's talk about Ohio. Ohio in general, you've got a state income tax anywhere between 0 to 4.8%, and that really does depend on certain factors of how much that you make, where you live, if you're disabled, things of that nature. Now, we also have personal income tax, and let's go through some of those numbers. Okay, so if you make anywhere between $20,000 to $41,000 a year, you're looking at a 2.9% rate. Now, at $41,000 to $83,000, you're looking at a 3.4%. If you're $83,000 to 104 or $104,000, it's at a 3.9%. And if you make $104,000 to $208,000, you're sitting at a 4.5%, and it goes up incrementally from there. Your sales tax, which includes the actual city tax in Montgomery County, is a 7.5%, which is right on par with overall in California. If we look at real property taxes, Montgomery County, which is where Dayton's located, is a little bit higher than some other areas. We also have Greene County and some other areas that are cheaper. One thing that you may want to talk to your real estate professional if you are looking to purchase here is looking to stay in a township versus the city, saving you on some taxes. We'll give you some good information on that. But we're talking about Dayton, so let's talk about Montgomery County. You're looking at an average of about $2,079 for a house. Say that that is worth $119,100. They usually collect on average of a 1.75% of the property's assessed fair market value. Now that's different than what it appraises for if you are trying to purchase something. And interesting enough about Ohio is that they charge taxes twice a year. So you have that period between January all the way to July, and then July until December. And they have a weird thing where it doesn't actually pay for the month, the 6-month period that you just went to, it's one before it. They have these things called long and short proration. If you want some more information on what all that is when it goes to purchasing or selling a house, again, reach out to myself or my team. I'd be happy to go over that with you because it can get a little confusing, especially if you're not from there. All right, the other taxes Ohio has, they do have estate taxes, but that's actually only for people that died before January 1 of 2013. So actually it doesn't exist anymore. So pretty nice, huh? One other additional bit that Dayton does have for you, it does have an annual income tax of 2.5% that they will be charging you for living in the beautiful Gem City. All right, so just a quick recap. Why are people moving over to the Dayton area? Well, it's the low cost of living, and you've definitely got lower housing costs. And when it comes to taxes, you've got personal property taxes and no estate taxes. Those are some of the great reasons to save some money, to come on over and enjoy beautiful Ohio and in the Gem City and Dayton. But that's all that I do have for you. If you have any questions about anything I mentioned here, please leave them here in the comments below. If you are from California or if you are from Dayton and you want to add something in here, please keep it positive. Go ahead and leave it here in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. And of course, if you are moving to this area, you got some questions, you need some help relocating here, give myself and my team a call. You can give us a call, text, or email. We're going to be happy to help you out any way that we possibly can. And with that being said, I'm Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with eXp Realty. And we'll see you in our next video. Take care.